Hello, my name is Julia Goldhardt, and my experiment was about the effects bacteria have on Pseudomonas aeruginosa presented in the lungs. So, my project was based around cystic fibrosis. I will be referring to as CF. And CF is a genetic mutation, and there's approximately 1,000 mutations. To get this mutation, both of your parents have to be carriers of this disease, and then you have a fourth chance of getting it. This disease is an autoimmune disease that affects the lungs, respiratory system, pancreas, gastrointestinal tract, sweat glands, and can cause infertility in men. What CF causes is a mucus to build up around your lungs. As you can see in the diagram above, that there is a built-up mucus around airways, that causes for a lot of bacteria to grow because it's a perfect environment for bacteria to grow. There is no cure for CF yet, but there are treatments to help the side effects of this disease. The purpose of my project is to see the effect bacteria have on Pseudomonas in a lung-like environment. The bacteria I used was Pseudomonas, Streptococcus pneumonia, Streptococcus aureus, and Streptococcus pyogenes. My hypothesis was bacteria paired with Pseudomonas will increase growth rate. For my methods, I streaked on tryptic soy agar plates, and I also had samples of tryptic soy broth that I also used. And those broth samples were put through a spectrophotometer. What a spectrophotometer does is it calculates how much of light passes through the sample. So if more bacteria's growth, less light will pass through. Here are my results. At the top, the first table at the top is the mean and standard deviation of my trials. There were 8 trials in total. The second table was the t-test I did and the p-values I got. So in conclusion, with the t-test, my p-value was greater than 0.05, which means my data was not statistically significant, meaning that my results happened by chance. Some errors I concluded was the pipetting of bacteria into the cuvette. I could have not gotten great samples, and that could have messed up how the spectrophotometer read the samples. Also, inconsistent temperatures in the incubator, because throughout the day, other people were using incubators, so that door was open and closing all the time. Also, the equipment I used is what I was provided with, so there are better tools and equipment to use and a better lab. And the agar and broth I use, since I am only biohazard level 2, agar and broth is what I can use because it's what I was trained with. And for future studies, there could be more research on bacterial enhancement like I did in this lab. Genetic mutations, I know a lot of research is going into CF for genetic mutations to try to fix that incorrected folded protein. Also, antibiotics for treatment that is given to them. There could be a better antibiotics to help fight off infections. And also testing on something other than broth and agar like I did. I would like to thank my teachers, Miss Lewis, Miss Baker, Miss Morrison, to guide me through this experiment, giving me suggestions. I would also like to thank my mentor, Camila, and I also like to give a big thanks to my parents for helping me pushing this through. And lastly, I want to dedicate my experiment to my cousin Parker, who has CF. Thank you.